We heard a noise, and I said, hey, I turned around, and it was an officer and then an non-com. He says, where's the front line? And the guy says, this is the front line. Where's the Germans? Right up there. They're over there. See that depression over there, and they got an 88. That's how come all this happened. So he turned around, who's in charge here? Nobody said anything. He says, well, how come everybody's here? How did you guys get together? And they'll say, well, that guy told us to get in here. And he looked at me. I just jumped out here, and I thought this was a good spot because they were knocking us down. And then here we are. He looks at me, can you hold this for another half hour? I looked at the guys. What do you think, you guys? The guy said, yeah, we could hold it. So he said, okay. He was gone. And then the first thing they asked me when he's gone, do you think he'll come back? I said, well, he said, we hope he does. I said, I don't know. And sure enough, within 45 minutes, it was a whole company of men that came in, and he told the Donka, get these men back to the rear and take care of them. We went back to headquarters, and the first thing they did is take them to the shower. We stunk, you know. We had to wash, you know. You don't wash in the front line. We got new uniforms. They were all clean. We was there for about 3 days, and we were all together. We was fed good, you know. We just wandered around. Did nobody bother us. A sergeant came out. I said, I want you guys straighten out and be ready. General's coming out to check on you guys. So we stood out there here, and there comes that kind of Jeep with, you could see the stars in the plate, you know, and that little flash coming on. And we're lined up, trying to look real smart, you know what I mean, shaped up. He takes the paper, start reading the guy's first name, what he'd done, he saw the other guys told him. He gives that guy a Bronze Star. When he came out to me, he says, I'm going to give you the Silver Star. I said, sir, I don't think I deserve a Silver Star. I said, I don't deserve any more than my friends here. They say you was in charge. Somebody had to be in charge. That's how I got the Silver Star. He turned around and asked him, yes. He says, if it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't be here.